Hi everybody and welcome back to Lockdown Kitchen. Hope you've all had a great day. It's sunny here again, 22 degrees, which is lovely. So we have been for a walk this morning up to the weekly market that's on in Grimo. That's still allowed because we have a very small village. Hi Isabella. So we're allowed to have our market still because there's not too many people and it's deemed as necessary because there's elderly people that can't get out to shop as they don't have cars. So I went up there, but it wasn't much fun because the French lady had a go at me because Daisy was, queuing up at the butcher's doing perfect social distancing on her own. So I picked her up, hi Narelle, so she could look at the meat, and then some lady started ranting at me that there was a queue and I pushed in, and I was just like, oh, God, can you believe that people carry on like that in coronavirus times? I mean, what's the rush? Where are they going? So anyway, so that was fun. So we didn't stay there too long. Anyway, tonight I'm doing a sausage and lentil, like a casserole dish, stew, whatever you want to call, slow bake. I'm putting I'm emptying the bottle, so it was about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil there. Recycle. Okay, so what I've done is I've chopped up some onions, some carrots, and some celery. So it's just like a soffritto, like an Italian soffritto. So I'm putting the onions in. Quick stir. Adding the carrots. And this is where we get our flavour base. Most Italian recipes. Hello Narelle, how are you? Most Italian recipes use a soffritto, which is a mixture of onion, carrot and celery. Whoops, you see that? Flying celery. To start all their dishes, and that's where you get that rich flavour base from. Hi Bev, how are you? And the other ingredients, I've got a couple of pork sausages that I've had in the freezer, so I'm using those up. A jar of lentils, which I've just strained and washed. So they're there. Some chopped parsley, chicken stock cube, and some salt and pepper. So it's very easy. And it's a lovely winter dish on a cold night. So I'm looking forward to my dinner tonight. So what have I got? So I've just been to the pool for an hour, so that was nice. Just sat in the shade under a big tree. I've got a really bad headache, so I'll try and be, okay for the class. Hope I'm not coming down with anything. But, it always worries you when you do get a headache or anything at the moment. Just going to turn that up a bit now. I had it on 6 just to warm up before I started the class. So just turn it up to 8. So anyway, today went up to the market for a walk, bought a baguette, had an argument with a couple of ladies actually. Another lady told me that I shouldn't give my dog cheese, and I said, well, she likes a bit of cheese, but anyway, So there we go. And then went to Grand Pré at lunchtime, and I had some very good luck because on the way back I was driving along and I just glimpsed over to my mechanic and I saw the very far, like the 5th roller door up. So I drove there and it said bonjour. Anyway, I managed to get my car in for a service tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. So that's highly exciting because yesterday I was saying, it's going to take 2 months. So anyway, they've reopened, like, sort of secretly, and there's just a couple of them doing a bit of work, I guess, for friends. So that's great. So that's one thing off my list. Just giving that a stir. Normally we cook this for about 10 minutes, and you just want it to melt. You don't want it to take any colour. You just want it to melt and become caramelly. So that's where all your flavour comes from. And then also today, I've been reading up about everything because I've been awake since 3:30 this morning. That's probably why I've got a headache, because I'm exhausted. just woke up and couldn't get back to sleep, which was pretty boring. So anyway, it looks like we are definitely coming out of lockdown on the 11th of May. However, that only means kindergartens, primary school, nurseries are reopening slowly. Secondary schools and all the other schools not until May the 25th. Small businesses will be open. No restaurants, museums, theatres, bars, cafes, nothing like that, not allowed. Hopefully social distancing will be dropped, so we will be able to see friends again. But the big question is now, of course, if we're all going to have to wear masks. In Germany, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have the case numbers and the deaths have gone up every day since Monday, since they brought in their first stage of coming out of lockdown. So that's not great. Vietnam, well done Vietnam. They're totally out of lockdown. Less than 270 cases, no deaths. They've beat it, so I'm very, very happy about that. So today the restaurant's reopened in Hoi An. So that's brilliant. They've just done the best job. I don't know if you know, but they only ever had, I think it was 16 or 18 cases. And they were all recovered and they had no new cases for 4 weeks at all. And they border China by 1,500 kilometres. So that's pretty impressive. Yes, in Germany and Austria, masks are obligatory on all public transport and shopping. So, Bev, you better get making some masks. You might be able to make some good money out of that. Okay, so just checking the sofrito. And that's starting to cook nicely. So I'm going to add the sausages. You can use any sausages. I hope these are nice. They're from Les Halles, so I've never bought them before. I normally buy Toulouse sausages, which are perfect. And if you can't get Toulouse, of course, just try and buy some nice, fat, thick pork sausages. Okay, Narelle's got a message. Love all the info. Hope your headaches go soon. So do I. Hope I haven't got the dreaded CV. Anyway, probably just tiredness. So what we do now is we just keep cooking the sofrito and we start colouring those sausages all over, okay, till they take on a nice flavour as well. What else have I got to say apart from the miracle of having my car serviced tomorrow? Oh, it was funny. When we walked in, there was a new owner. Gerald has gone, and the new guy was like, "Who are you?" You know, and I just went, "Je suis Australian, non anglais," because that's always gets us a bit further. Because some of them, you know, he just goes, "Oh, you've got an English car," and I went, "Oui, but I'm not English. I'm Australian." So then he sort of smiled, and then I told him how I was a great client, and I've been coming for 15 years, and I often bring the boys a whole quiche and a slab of beer. So, and then my friend, the mechanic, turned up with 2 pizzas. And that was great because he dropped a huge piece of sausage off the pizza and Daisy swooped it up like a seagull. So Daisy had a great time and she was very happy to be able to come inside. The vegetable shop was amazing. All the summer vegetables are coming in. There's now yellow, green, red, black tomatoes. There's so many varieties. Same with the courgettes. Yeah, just feel better after a good night's sleep. I hope so. So yeah, no, it was just beautiful. There's even ramson, which is wild garlic. You only ever see that in April, May for a couple of weeks. Still nothing from Asia, unfortunately. No chilies or galangal or anything exciting like that. But really coming along in there, I have to say. So that was good. And Leslie went out shopping today for the first time for, I don't know, what are we, day 38 lockdown. So she hasn't been shopping for about 55 days. So say 2 months. So she went shopping and she bought my wine for me. So that was great. So I only had to go to one shop. Right, just giving that a stir. I'll just show you if it's not too hot. No, it's too hot. Hang on, I'll just get a cloth. So you see that's just cooking nicely. The sausages are starting to go a bit golden, which is what we want. Just put those down. Okay, and I went and bought the sausages today and the pastry for tomorrow night sausage rolls. I'm adding the lentils now. The chicken stock cube. Breaking that up a bit. The chopped parsley. And some salt and pepper. A fair bit, about 10 or 12 shakes of the steak pepper and a teaspoon of salt. And then all I do is I add some water. So I just add a big cup. Hi Max, how are you? Add a big cup of water like that, and then another one. You can see it needs 2 cups. Okay, and that's all we do. Just stir that around to combine everything together. I'll just show Max because he's just joined, so he knows what we're making. It's a French casserole with sausages and lentils. Okay? Right, so all we do is put the lid on that, let it come to the boil, and then turn it down to simmer and cook it for 1 hour. Okay, and in 1 hour's time, I've just turned it off by accident when I'm wiping. Hang on. Oh, it's wet. So in 1 hour's time, those sausages will be beautiful and tender, and they'll just almost fall apart when you cut them with a knife and fork. So it's delicious and it's very easy, as you can see. I can't remember what I was talking about a minute ago. I've got, my head hurts. So yes, anyway. Oh, that's right. Sausages and pastry, bought that. I'm taking the weekend off, as you all know. I'm only doing Monday to Friday now. And I thought this weekend I'm going to do zero cooking and I'm just going to eat frozen food that I've cooked because I've got so much. I've got about 8 different types of soup. I've got meat pie mixture. I've got tagine. I've got so much stuff. So I thought I'd just, you know, take 2 days off cooking and eat from the freezer. So that'll be nice. All right, well, I'll see you all tomorrow night. I'll post a photo when this is cooked with the ingredients. And I'm not having any wine tonight, Narelle. Sorry. I'm being a good girl. Hi, Marie. Just about to finish. You'll have to watch the replay on Instagram stories. Anyway, have fun. Have a great night. See you tomorrow at 5. Bye. Thanks for saying thank you. Bye. Bye-bye. Thanks, Isabella. Thanks, Narelle. Bye, Bev.